Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is Corus from Sargatanis, here to teach you a little bit about playing Monk in patch 2.35. I want to just go over about what makes Monk a little different than other classes. A lot of the other classes that you're doing in summer are kind of like burst damage classes, whereas Monk is like a consistent strong damage. So if you were to go up against another DPS for the first like maybe 20-30 seconds of a match or of a round, you're probably not going to see Monk start out on top. When it comes to the long haul, that is where Monk really shines. So with that in mind, basically we're going to go over the different rotations, figure out what to do and when to use them. And the big secret to Monk is knowing what moves to use. So we first start off, we have Boot Shine over on here on my right trigger B. Or we have Dragon Kick on my left trigger B. And that is basically when it comes to using either this one or that one, either Boot Shine or Dragon Kick, is entirely dependent if I need to reapply the effect or not. Doing the effect for Boot Shine or Dragon Kick is not necessarily as important as reapplying the effect for Demolish or Touch of Death, but we'll get that in a moment. Next part is I want to go over is I particularly play with a controller, and I don't really think that one is better than the other, but one benefit to playing with a controller, and again this can be done with a keyboard, is the ability to lock on and strafe. And I can't tell you how important it is that you want to lock on, and in fact you're going to probably add about 25 to 50 DPS depending to your total if you keep yourself locked onto the target. Whenever you need to dodge, you just need to unlock, run out, lock on again, run back in. So that's the basic. You want to practice. You want to make sure that you can hit your flanks, you can hit your behind the enemy by remaining locked on, and then if you need to dodge, unlock, come back in, and get used to that. So that's the first tip to playing Monk. The second tip is to figure out your rotations. The first kind of basic rotation here is, you can start off with Boot Shine, and you have a choice between either Twin Snakes or True Strike. And what you want to do is probably do Twin Snakes, because that will apply a buff right up here that will give you the damage dealt increase. So you want to basically keep that up at all times. And the third move here is either Demolish or Snap Punch. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to do Boot Shine, Twin Snakes, and Demolish. What this has done is this has given me a damage belt increase, it's given me a stack of Greased Lightning, and it's given the enemy a internal bleeding damage over time effect. Now this damage over time effect has been affected by my Twin Snakes damage buff. So one more time, Boot Shine, Twin Snakes, which gives me the damage buff, and Demolish. Right, so now we're on to part 2. So that's the first part. When a Monk starts a fight, they're not going to be able to apply any of these damage effects. You're not going to be able to get Twin Snakes. You're not going to be able to get Dragon Kick or anything like that. Any of the effects. So if you start with Boot Shine, which actually has a higher damage modifier than Dragon Kick does, that's totally cool. If you want to start with Dragon Kick to start off, like I usually do, just because I'm lazy and want to start off on the side anyway, I mean, that's totally up to you. So usually we're going to start off with your basic, I want to get into the rotation, I want to apply Twin Snakes, and I want to apply True Demolish, and then I want to get my second one up here. Now for level 50 monks, we actually want to come in here and apply Dragon Kick. So now you're going to notice that there's 3 buffs, and this is the secret right here to playing a good monk. You want to make sure that these 3 are up on the enemy at all times, right? And you'll notice that Demolish just kind of dropped off on there. When it comes to choosing between what move you should do, if you should do Demolish or Snap Punch, or for instance Twin Snakes or True Strike, you want to go with the one that you need. And that's really the secret to playing Monk. You want to go with the one that you need. So the first things first, I'm going to jump in here and right, and I'm going to Twin Snakes. I'm throwing in a couple of buffs, and we'll get into that. And so I apply my 2 buffs. And the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to do my Dragon Kick. Now I have the 3, right? So good. So now I can start moving into Boot Shine, which gives you a crit if you combo into it. That's good. And I'm going to come into the side. You notice I'm going to let Demolish drop off. And that's okay, because you want to maximize your dot's effectiveness. You don't want to reapply it too soon. And if you do that, you're going to actually lose your dot's effectiveness. So I'm going to reapply Dragon Kick. So it's all about the rotation. You want to get your rotation in place. And the rotation is Boot Shine, True Strike, Demolish, move over to the side, reapply Dragon Kick, Twin Snake to get your buff reapplied, Snap Punch, come to the back, Boot Shine, True Strike, and because I don't need Demolish, Snap Punch, Dragon Kick, Twin Snakes, Demolish, reapply Touch of Death as you need it. And it's basically, you're just repeating that over and over and over to the point where your DPS will begin to rise. So when you first start, your DPS isn't actually going to be that high. Like, other classes are actually probably going to be out DPSing you at the start. But the trick to Monk is to be able to hit these key positions over and over and hit them effectively. And if you do that, they're not going to be able to catch up. You'll notice that my DPS probably started something pretty low, such as like 340 or something, and now it's about 380, right? And that's because I've been talking. So now if I were to try this again, and I were to actually start full speed from the beginning, let's see how high we can get. 380 is pretty decent, but let's see what we can do here. Get out of combat first. Alright, we won't have full TP, but that's okay. I won't make you guys wait. And off we go. So the Dragon Kick, Twin Snakes, Demolish, Touch of Death, Dragon Kick to apply the debuff, True Strike, Snap Punch. I'm gonna do a Dragon Kick. I probably should have done Boot Shine, that's alright. Let's see what we can do. Notice my DPS is only 310 right now. I don't know if that actually fully reset. Come to think of it. But you'll notice that number will start to slowly rise. Reapply. You can actually reapply Touch of Death in the middle of your combo, and that's completely okay. So next I'm going to talk a little bit about stats. Stats on a monk are kind of controversial. I prefer crit, and I know that might make people a little upset, but the reason is, well, I hope actually you can see the reason. You can get some pretty hefty crits, and if you crit consistently, crits also apply to your DOTs as well. So if they apply to your DOTs, that means like the more chances you're hitting, you have 2 dots that are going off on there, those dots might crit as well. People choose to pick Determination over crit, and that's fine, but at the same time is, you know, Determination has a higher modifier. You're going to get basically more return on Determination than you will crit, but I don't think that necessarily just because you get more return per point of Determination than you would critical hit, that you actually get more damage this way. In the end, if you know, the more you crit, the higher damage. You'll notice that I crit quite often, and if I actually don't get as much crit gear as I typically want on this particular build that I have right now. I'm only I-100, by the way. Notice my DPS is actually up to 180 again, so I've just about peaked out for my gear set right here. And just want to touch again, if I hopefully you've been watching, you know, you're basically just following the same rotation. It becomes a no-brainer. Oh, I'm 390. There we go. That's cool. So we're almost 400 DPS, and you really don't have to try that hard. You really don't. You just have to get in here, and you have to, you know, be consistent. That's number one. And the consistent is basically, I forgot to do Demolish, and I said I did a Snap Punch, and so I kind of missed out. The number is going to probably drop a little bit. So be consistent. You basically, if you want to figure out, if you're not sure what to do, you know, take it slow. Hit a training dummy just like this. You want to make sure that you know, well, what do I need to do? I need to reapply a stack. You know, I need to get Demolish up. Well, I don't need to do Dragon Kick, so I could do Boot Shine, and that's good. You know, and then you basically make your choices, and it comes to a point where you just, you know, it becomes a natural thing. So I hope that's helpful. Again, my name is Corey. Just go ahead and leave comments or whatever. I'm open to discussion, and have a good one.